On to some positive local news. Every day Saturday before Thanksgiving, the world turns its focus to helping children find a loving home. People are pedaling into action today here at the Roscoe YMCA, where they're coming together to defy the odds in their battle with Parkinson's. I'm downtown Rockford here at the Stroll on State Christmas tree lighting ceremony. There are tons of people out here right now to my left and my right, all bundled up, just waiting for this tree to be lit up any second now behind me. There will also be fireworks happening here at this parade after the tree lighting. I don't know if you can see, but at top of this building right here, there are tons of people just in there waiting to see this tree be lit up right now for those fireworks that are also coming out soon. Today I spoke with one master pumpkin carver who's the creator of this pumpkin, who's living out his dreams while also working to put Rockford on the map. Okay, Mr. Bias, so what was your favorite part of getting to be a part of this show and this experience?
I think my favorite part was being able to meet.
Derek, I'm outside of the Rockford Board of Elections office where that line continues to grow right now. We are less than 24 hours away from the midterm election. I'm here in Northwest Rockford where one of 3 shootings that occurred in Rockford happened last night. I spoke with one neighbor who tells me she's never seen anything like this happen here. Rockford's annual Stroll on State holiday parade and festivities were a blast today as people flooded the streets of downtown Rockford to help us usher in the holiday spirit. I was there all day leading up to the tree lighting ceremony taking place just a few hours ago. Take a look. Sickle cell is the #1 blood disorder in the country, found in about 100,000 Americans. I spoke with one family who shared their battle with this life-threatening condition. Derek, I'm here at the site of that vehicle crash that happened earlier today that erupted in a fiery eruption or an explosion that happened just feet behind me. Now, I spoke with residents in the area today who say they not only heard the explosion when it happened, but saw it up close.
I said, "Did you hear that?" And then she's like, "No, what are you talking about?" And I'm like, "It just sounded like an explosion. It was so loud."
A major crash on I-39 resulting in an inferno could be heard for miles. In fact, Shannon Johnson, who lives nearby the accident site, says the explosion caught her by surprise.
So I was just about to take my dogs out and I heard a big sound, and it sounded like an explosion. I actually was thinking it was maybe a plane crash since we live so close to the airport. But as I was going to work, I seen that just a huge fire. It wouldn't let anybody through, so I knew it was something serious.
The explosion was a tractor trailer containing propane, and the best thing firefighters could do from keeping it from exploding further was to let it burn.
This is going to be a long process with traffic and making sure we got to get the vehicle, try to figure out what the cause is, what caused the accident. So there's a lot that we have to do yet.
For Johnson, she's thinking twice now about what some trucks could be transporting and how dangerous their cargo could become if in an accident.
It's kind of scary because you just never know. I could have been driving on that road. Anybody could have been driving on that road. And I just think that people in Rockford or people all over should just drive safe and just be very cautious on how they're driving.
Several different agencies from throughout the area today responded to this fire to help put it out. Now, those lanes are back open now, and IDOT was also on the scene today to help assess that damage and also figure out what exactly caused that fire and then caused that explosion to happen. For now, Derek, back to you in the studio. Derek, I'm here at the Rockford Board of Elections office where I've been talking to people all day about what they're interested in. They're here to make their voices heard on today. I spoke with a couple people in line who tell me that this is part of their civic duty.
If you're going to complain and not vote, shut up.
The midterm election is underway and people here in Rockford are lining up to make their voice heard. Norm Sanders says it's important that he stays true to his values.
I know for me, being a pastor, it's very important that I approach it from a spiritual standpoint, from a biblical standpoint. And as I approach it, I can walk away in good conscience.
Others in line at the Rockford Elections office share those same sentiments.
Well, I think we're Christians, so we just try to stand up for the Christian godly beliefs.
However, some are approaching the ballot boxes hoping not to see any dramatic changes.
We finally got a governor, in my opinion, that I thought has did a lot for the state.
Retired veteran James Moreland believes the current state administration has his best interest at heart.
I am a 2-year vet, Vietnam vet, and I've had quite a bit of experience, and I feel like he's more for the country as well as everything else.
No matter what your beliefs are, those in this line all agree on one thing: making your voice heard loud and clear.
Well, I think if they realize that their voice does matter and that the more that people will come out, the better results you'll have. But if you don't come out, you're not going to get the results. And if you have the mindset to say, well, they're not going to go for us anyway, this is not going to happen anyway, if that's your mindset, then you're not going to go anywhere.
Behind me is where an abortion clinic will soon open up here in Rockford. However, pro-life advocates are voicing that this is not what the community wants. A Rockford resident, Dr. Dennis Christensen, has decided to bring abortion services back to the Rockford community in response to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. The doctor says that the Supreme Court has forced him to practice once again.
I've spent the lion's share of my 50-year plus career in medicine providing abortion services and hopefully doing a good job, and gained a little bit of experience and expertise along the way. Who better to do it than me?
Pro-life advocates from the Rockford Family Initiative, however, don't see eye to eye with the doctor's work.
It's very sad for me that he's okay objectifying women and shackling them in these chains by allowing that to happen. As a doctor, he swears by the Hippocratic Oath to take care of his patients, and that's not what's doing best for them.
But adding abortion to it, the killing of our own children, our own little boys and girls in the womb, is not the answer.
Mayor Tom McNamara says the clinic makes way for women to exercise their rights.
Women are under attack in our country. Women deserve the right to health care. They deserve the right to their choices.
Christensen has been performing abortions for the bulk of his career and wants the community to know that this is a safe place for those in need of his help and hopes for change to come.
We will be there for them to the best of our ability and to go out and vote our irresponsible legislators out of office.
Family Initiative organizers say they will be making another appearance next Saturday. In Rockford, Destin Howard, 13 News. Today I spoke with one master pumpkin carver who's the creator of this pumpkin, who's living out his dreams while also working to put Rockford on the map.
We're back.
Season 3 of the Food Network series Outrageous Pumpkins is almost here. This time featuring Rockford's very own Lincoln Bias. The master pumpkin carver says the competition was unlike anything he ever experienced.
I've never carved a 100-pound pumpkin. So when I see this 100-pound pumpkin, and then I find out I have a certain amount of time, and I thought I was gonna have more time. And of course, I'm stressed. I gotta figure out what to do. I gotta figure out how to carve it. And I'm wondering, when I carve it, is it gonna collapse?
However, Bias says he was able to stay true to his artistry and let his work shine through.
So my style is more detailed and delicate, my style. You know, some people carve pumpkins, there's this real hard thing, there's this real scary thing. And the way I carve pumpkins, it's more a celebration of the harvest.
Pumpkins aren't the only thing Bias likes to turn into art. Any fruit or vegetable is his canvas, a skill he wants to pass down to others in the state line.
I volunteer at the Booker Center. I'm doing pumpkin carving classes at Roosevelt High School and a couple more high schools around town.
The winner of the competition will receive $25,000. Bias says he already has a plan on what to do with that money.
They asked me, what would you do if you won the money? And the lady looked straight in my eyes and said, you're gonna donate it to the Booker Center, aren't you? So, if I win, I will donate part of those proceeds to the Booker Center.
Okay, Mr. Bias, so what was your favorite part of getting to be a part of this show and this experience?
I think my favorite part was being able to meet pumpkin carvers and master carvers and international carvers who I aspired to be like when I started this journey.
All right. So for those of you who want to see more of Mr. Bias's creations, you can tune in to Outrageous Pumpkins tonight at 10 p.m. In Rockford, Destin Howard, 13 WREX.